Hi, so I just wanted to get a video out for Project 4. It's the last project you have for Teaching Experience 2. And I know that you're completely over your head with things to do if you're working, if you're doing the EdTPA, which a few of you are, and then taking the speech, reading, and listening class, and whatever else you're in. It's just a full semester. But we're at the end, and this is kind of a quick project that very possibly you have done this and you have all the work for it. Part of it is to demonstrate your ability to do a standardized assessment with a child with a hearing loss. Understanding the kinds of accommodations that you need to make, both in administering the assessment, but also in interpreting the assessment. And so it's very possible that you have a student that you've already completed a formalized assessment on, and so this is a way for you to show your work. The first thing that I have open here is the description of the project, which starts, I think today is May 1st. And it's only 2 weeks, so it's kind of short. The first step in the project is really to talk with and to document some of the more common assessments that are used in your setting. So this means talking with a colleague or a supervisor, and there is a form for it where you just complete some of the different kinds of assessments that are very typically used in your setting. The second thing to do, I've attached a table of all of the assessments, the informal and more sort of semi-formal assessments that we have used in classes. And this includes the language class, and it includes the speech, reading, and listening class. And so those are all listed. And you should be a little surprised at how many assessments you've already learned and hopefully are using in your practice. And then what we're doing is adding some of the more standardized assessments, more formal assessments. The third step is for you to administer a standardized assessment. And that means an assessment that has formal procedures and also places a student in an achievement group. So it can tell you percentile, it can tell you grade level, it can give you some sort of comparison with students who do not have hearing loss. And again, if you've used one, if you've done this already, for example, I know that a few of you have used the oral and written language assessment, the OWL, and so pull that up and let's use that for this assignment. So identify one of the assessments, administer the assessment, and then the thing that you have to post is first that form of all the assessments that you've learned, and then the second is a short assessment report. It's really 4 to 6 paragraphs. Information about the student, concerns that prompted this particular assessment, baseline information, if the test has been given before, the scores that were that the student achieved before you administered the assessment, or any other data that's related. The assessment protocol, so when you did the assessment and you did the analysis of the assessment, what does the protocol? Attach that, and a summary of the performance. And comparing it with grade level peers or whatever the standardized group is, or compare with students' development or performance in this particular area. So if it's reading, looking at how the student compares with other students at that grade level. And then you post to it can be a Google Doc, it should be a Google Doc, and posted to your teaching journal, your assessment chart, and then your report, and then link it. And remember to make the document accessible. So give me permission and give Amber permission. And then we'll set up a face-to-face meeting or a Skype meeting to talk about both this, all of the teaching experience things that you've done, and then to finalize your end of semester evaluation. So you should also complete your self-evaluation using the Teaching Experience 2 form, which you can find on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program page. So it should be on that. And complete that and post that as well to your teaching journal, a link to that. So that's what we're wrapping up the end of the semester. And let me see if you can see, these are the assessments that you know. These are the assessments actually that the teachers brought to the January workshop. So to kind of remind you of some possible assessments. This is the assessment form. This is just the form to write in the different kinds of assessments that are commonly used in your setting. And then this is the document of assessments that I know. So if you look at, this is all you know. You have a lot, and you likely have a lot more because many of you are on the job and you have seen other assessments done. So anyway, get this out, get this done, and then we have some breathing time, and then we have summer. So you'll get more information on that as well. But right now, let's just kind of get through this semester. All right. So Amber and I will contact you.